Yo, 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 what's going on, guys? It's East Coast Snow, and today we're gonna be going over my 2024 ski gear. Let's get into it. All right, guys, the first thing we're gonna be going over is my ski bag. This is a very old Marlboro bag, as you can see. However, it works as an amazing ski bag. One of these sides comes off actually as like a backpack, which I don't use anymore. Both of these sides have really big pockets, and the top opens up all the way. It holds my boots, it holds my helmet. I put hand warmers in the sides, gloves, extra stuff. Like I said, it's an old Marlboro bag, and it works really good as a ski bag. All right, guys, so the next thing we got here is my riding bag. Now, this is a head ski bag, and this is pretty old. We've had this for at least 10 years, I think. I got this like maybe in 2010 for Christmas, but it works really well as a ski bag. It's got a couple pads on the back here and on the straps, and it's got these bottom straps and mid, like on your chest part too. This works really well as a good riding bag. I throw extra gloves in here, you know, food, drinks, lunch, obviously. Really anything extra I throw in here. I try to keep it light because I don't want a lot of extra weight when I'm skiing, but it works great and I love it. Alright guys, next up here we got our base layers, which is going to be this Spyder Under Armour. I got this I think at like Marshalls or something. They always got Spyder stuff there. Spyder stuff is really good cold gear. They always got it cheap at some of these places, and I really like wearing these. This is just an Under Armour I use sometimes. I throw it on, and then I put on also, I'll usually throw on one of these Columbia Under Armour, not Under Armour things, but it's like a sweater vest kinda. It's for the cold, and it's like cotton material, and it's nice and comfy. So I usually throw this on either over that, or sometimes if it is warm, because we do ride on the East Coast, I usually either just have this on underneath and then I put my jacket on, or I just have that on underneath and put the jacket on. And then of course we got the Under Armour pants. These are Under Armour. They're not pants, they're tights or whatever you want to say, but I like putting these on instead of like sweatpants or something because they're a lot less bulky, you know, and they do keep you warmer because they're tight on you. But yeah, like I said, I don't like wearing sweatpants that much because they're just, it's too bulky underneath. All right, next up here we got the sports jacket. You already know we got this Sixers jacket. It's a cool Sixers jacket. It's a starter jacket. It's a pullover, and I throw it on. It keeps me super warm. It's partially waterproof. It's not fully waterproof. I don't know what you call that, but it works really well, and I really like wearing this because it's really comfy, and it's just got that really nice layered thick material. But this one I love, and it's a nice pullover with a front pocket on it too, which is nice. But yeah, I like wearing this one. The only thing is it's a little big on me, but these are nice, these starter jackets. All right, the other one we got is the Raptors jacket. And now listen, I'm not a big sports fan at all. I just like the colors. I'm not a big sports fan, but I do really like the colors. So say whatever you want to say, but these starter jackets are really nice, especially them being starter, and they don't really make a ton of them, so they're hard to find. But this one I got new like last year, the year before, and it works really well in the cold weather skiing, and you also look cool. All right guys, next up we got our face masks and neck gear. These aren't really specifically branded, but they are really nice and they match with my outfit. This right here is a real thin one. It's pretty thin here. I usually wear this one just because I either run with a beard or I have some type of little bit of facial hair up there and I'm not that cold on my face. So this one here is a lot thicker one that I'll use in the super, super cold, but not usually just because it's too big and I just don't need it. All right guys, next up we got here are gloves, and then I got my mittens. So I first want to talk about my gloves that I used to wear, because I used to wear these. They are Daikin gloves. They got the little windshield wiper on the thumb. I used to wear these gloves with these little liner gloves, and I would always have these on because my hands would get super cold, and I would just always have, you know, 2 pairs of gloves on pretty much because the liners and then the pair of gloves. However, just last season I started using these mittens that my bro gave me, and they work amazing. They're the same brand, they're the same style of those gloves there. These keep my hands so flippin' warm, it's insane. I don't even wear the lining gloves anymore because my hands stay so warm in mittens. And the trick with the mittens is that your fingers stay together in the glove and it keeps your hands so much more warmer, like 10 times warmer. So I would suggest using mittens. I know you have a little bit less accessibility, especially with skiing, but if your hands get cold, I would use these mittens. They work amazing. Next up, we got the helmet. It's gonna be a K2 phase helmet. And this I used to have a couple years ago as well. I think I got the same exact helmet again. The reason I got a new one was because I got into an accident with that helmet. That's a story for another video, but I got the same exact one because I really did like the helmet. And it has like the speakers in it, as you know, I might want to listen to music sometimes on the mountain. But it's got the back strap on it, you know, like most helmets. It's got the sides that like come out and they bend down so that you could, you know, put it away easier or whatever. But this one works really well, and I really like this helmet. All right guys, next up here I got my head goggles. Now these I got last year at the beginning of the year, I think, and they were like 50 bucks or something. I don't know, they were kind of cheap and they work pretty well. It comes with 2 lenses, which is pretty cool because, you know, on different days when it changes to overcast to sunny or from sunny to overcast or snowy or to whatever, you could change them out, which is nice. But I still have a lot of issues with fogging, so I actually bring another set of goggles. I bring my old Spy goggles that are like 10 years old. And these work well too. It's just tough with the fog. I know people say keep your goggles on all day and don't take them off. And it's like, well, sometimes I need my eyes to breathe and, you know, to take a little breather or break, or I go in to take them off real quick. Let me know in the comments below any goggle brands that you guys think might be good, or specific goggles that are great for fogging, because no matter the day, no matter what happens, my goggles usually tend to fog up at some point throughout the day. I forgot to mention the socks I wear. Now these are wool socks. They say that wool socks keep your feet the warmest. However, I've tried wool, cotton, whatever the type you want to make up. I've tried it and my feet still stay cold. I've even tried wearing like 2 or 3 layers of socks, like heavy socks. They say that if you wear too many, it makes your feet sweat and then makes them cold because the sweat gets cold, but I don't know. I do like these wool socks. They do work a little bit better. I'm probably gonna be getting heated socks, which are gonna be nice. You can throw them on for a couple hours and they stay like 90 to 100 degrees for like 6 to 8 hours and they keep your feet warm. All right, now I got my boots here. Of course, as you can see, I got red on everything because I really like red. These are my Diablo Prime 80 boots. I even got the red on the bottom, which is cool. They work really well. I don't have any problem with like comfortability with them being like, you know, too tight or like hurting my ankle or the front of my feet or anything like that. These work really well and they match my gear and I really like them. All right guys, next up we got here are my poles. The poles I really don't care for because I go through these like hot candies. These are like Easton Reflex, and then these are Scott. Everyone's got a pair of Scott. They both work really well. I like to get ones that are about 90 degrees on my elbow when I'm standing on my skis. So here it'd be like a little bit smaller, but these still work really well. I really like them both. The poles don't really matter to me, honestly. These bend, as you can see, they're bent, but we don't care. We fall on them, someone rides off of them, they might bend in the car or something. They say you spend a lot of money and get really nice poles, but we don't really care for them that much. And I think these were probably like 10 bucks each anyway. And plus I really like the handles on these. They got the old style, which they don't really do as much anymore because they say that, you know, it's not good for your hand or something. And what we've all been waiting for, the skis. Here I got the Libtech Rec Create 84s. I got these, I want to say 2 or 3 years ago, maybe 2020. It might be 2020, I forget. These are really nice. These did not come with bindings. I actually had the bindings put on, but I honestly like this ski a lot. It's a little wide at the top and then it gets thinner toward the middle. It's twin tipped, of course. You need that twin tip. Of course, they're not powder skis or really fat because we don't have that type of powder here on the East Coast, but I really do like these skis. And of course, they got the red on them because red and black is all I have on all my clothes. These work really well. I really, really do like them. They do have a couple chips in them because I'd be a little aggressive on the slopes and on the rocks, but you know, it is what it is. It's the East Coast. And lastly, I got the Salomon Warden bindings. I don't know exactly what these are. Oh, here, Salomon Warden 13s. So these are pretty nice. I had the ski shop put them on. I did my skis before this, but I was a little skeptical because I hadn't done it in a while, and I wanted to make sure these were on tight because I'm real aggressive on the slopes. These bindings work really well. I haven't had any issues with popping in, popping out, being loose or anything, but I really like these bindings and I love my skis. If you guys like any of my gear, have any questions about anything, comment down below and share some of the stuff that you guys are rocking. See you in the next one.